こんにちは、皆さん。今日、私たちは日本語を勉強しています。質問があれば、私に聞いてください。Greetings, everyone. Today we're studying Japanese. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask me at any time. We're continuing with immersion with Card Captor Sakura.
What 何してるのかな。怪しいですわ。ワイらも十分怪しいで。きっと美術品を盗みに来たんですわ。じゃあ泥棒さん、どうしよう。きっと美術品を盗みに来たんですわ。じゃあ泥棒さん。
じゃあ、
怪しいで。きっと美術品を盗みに来たんですわ。じゃあ泥棒さん。
See, Jadora-san, let's see. Dosho something okenai yo ne. Dorobo, burglar thief, made from the kanji from rod, stick, cane, pole, and mud. My right here to attach to, okay. Dorobo, okay. Doshio. Then Hanate from Hanatsu. To fire a gun, arrow, okay, to set free, to emit light, to give off, to send out a person to carry out a duty, to set fire. So Hanatsu makes Hanate, and then Okenai, Ukeru. Is this a Keru word? Yeah, let's try Kenai. No, it doesn't really help. Find the grammar of ja. Let's see. Ja Dorobo, yeah, Ja Dorobo-san. Doshio. Let's see. Doshio. Hanatsu, so Hanate. Let's see. We're saying a contraction of debar. In this context, it functions as a negative copula marker, e.g. ja arimasen, meaning is not, or casual topic marker. However, placing it directly after. Oh, let me get rid of the dialogue name. Okay. Dorobo's son. Okay, thief, burglar. Doshio. What should we do? How? Okay. What should I do? What should we? Okay. Hanate okenai. Hanate. Oh, oh, this is probably from Oku actually. Okanai. So it's probably potential form of Oku or Keru, and then negative form Okenai. So able to put in play. Well, let's see if my guess is correct. Onate Oku, a compound verb meaning to leave alone, to ignore. Let's see, Hanatsu. Is this the right Hanatsu? I don't see any others. Let's see. Okay, Teoku, the verb oku, indicated an action done in preparation for the future state of maintained by choice. So, Teoku, te from Hanate, okay, oku. Te, let's see. Te wa ikenai. See. The phrase Hanate okenai is a contraction of Hanate oite wa ikenai. What, is that right? What? Yeah, oku would be oite. Te wa ikenai. So, or, let's see. Hanate oku koto ga dekinai. Expression of prohibition. Te wa ikenai expresses prohibition, must not do. So, te wa ikenai becomes te wa okay, becomes cha ikenai. So okenai specifically uses negative potential. Okay. This translation's all over the place. I wonder if it's even accurate. uh, see. Isn't Hanate okenai from Hanate from just oku turned into okenai. See, Hanate okenai is formed as the potential negative of oku, not simply negative. Okay. Okay, that's what I thought. Therefore, hanate okinai literally means cannot be left alone. It uses the potential negative conjugation nai applied to the potential of oku. So, put in place, able to put in place. Not able to put in place. Potential form. To say can leave alone, you need the potential form oku. Potential form oku is okeru. So, what does the hanate mean? To release, to let go, to set free. Wait, it's writing it as a different word. Ichi. Unatsu. To release. To fire. And that somehow also means to leave alone. Oh, to set free. Yeah, but to let loose. Oh, that's right. It's like a nodu for riding the bus. Nodu's to get on. When you're actually riding the bus, it's noteimasu. So continuous getting on is riding the bus. So in this case, to release is this is to release to fire, but in its continuous form, it would be continuously released or set free. But that's usually what it does when the continuous form. This isn't in the continuous form. This is teoku, not teiru. How does that mean leave not leave alone? So no, how does not how does hanate see how does that mean not leave alone? See, doesn't that mean release? Release, let go by itself. Hanate means release or letting go. However, hanateoku is a compound verb where Hanate combines with the auxiliary verb oku. The core meaning shifts from the action of releasing to the resulting. How does the Hanate o let's see, Okanai mean we mean can't let's see, mean can't leave alone in law. Doesn't it mean to release? Konnichiwa. Genki desu ka? How are you doing? If you have any questions, then feel free to ask. Oh, here it is. Okay. The speaker is expressing that they feel responsible or compelled to act, so they cannot simply ignore the thief or let the situation pass without intervention. The kanji hanatsu here carries the nuance of letting go of attention or responsibility, not physically releasing an object or person. So, Yorobo-san, Doshio, Hanat, Hanate Okenai, so not able to put in place the releasing of intention, or in other words, we can't leave them free like that. Okay, I didn't realize that we're referring to the attention in that. So, See, is this the Dewa Ja or the well Ja? The Ja in this sentence functions as a casual contraction of Dewa and means well then and so. It is not the let's see, it is not the Coppola Ja used in Western Japan or the particle Dewa used. I didn't know there was a Coppola Ja. Okay, or the particle Dewa used to mark a topic condition. Okay, so it's the well then Ja. It's not the Ja meaning Dewa. Yeah, so there, while Tokyo Ben and Kansai Ben are the most common speaking ways in Japan, there's several other ones that are not as widely spoken, and you actually I heard someone mention that to some extent it's not really expected for the population of a whole to know some of the other dialects in Japan and be able to like understand it clearly, at least 100% clearly. Like in the anime Flying Witch, I heard there was the witch had a very northern dialect that was not as understandable to a lot of the population, or at least some significant portion of the population. So so ja ja Dorobo-san, どうしよう、あなっておけないよね。
美術品を盗みに来たんですわ。じゃあ泥棒さん、どうしよう、放っておけないよね。退散してもらいましょう。
退散してもらいましょう。So もらう to receive. Unless this is Temo. Tai-san, breaking up, disperser, running away, fleeing. So, fleeing and then wait, shall receive fleeing? They're talking about the burglar, so in other words, I think they're talking about trying to cause the burglar to receive the fleeing. In other words, they want to be cause the burglar to receive fleeing. In other words, they want to scare the burglar to have them run off. Or the dodo bowl. Let's get him to leave. Okay. So Tai-san is made from retreat, withdraw, retire, resign, repel, expel, and then scatter, disperse, spend, squander. Tai-san shite moraimashou. Tai-san shite moraimashou.
じゃあ泥棒さん、どうしよう、放っておけないよね。退散してもらいましょう。どないするつもりや。
どないするつもりや。So, I think what kind of plan to be doing? In other words, what's your plan essentially? Don't I believe that's supposed to be the equivalent of Donna in Kansai Ben. Is Donai the Kansai Ben of Donna? Yes, Donai is the Kansai Ben dialect equivalent of Donna and Do. Okay, Donna or Do. Okay. So Donai suru sumori, what or how doing plan to be. So what is your what is it that you're planning on doing? Donai suru sumori ya.
おけないよね。退散してもらいましょう。どないするつもりや。これで。ましょう。どないするつもりや。これで。
これで, in other words, using this. You know it's using because she puts the particle de with it. これで. Keruberusu.
どうしよう、放っておけないよね。退散してもらいましょう。どないするつもりや。これで。何もんや。
See, nani monya. So what thing to be? In other words, what are you doing? Nani monya.
何もんや。そこで何しとる。はようで。そこで何しとる。
Soko de nani shitoru. Let's see. Soko, so that place. Nani, and then shitoru is shite oru. Contracted to shitoru, yeah, shitoru. So what, what are you doing in that place? Or what are you doing here, basically, I should say in English. Soko de nani shitoru.
何もんやそこで何しとるはよう出て行けそこで何しとるはよう出て
Hayo, dete ike. I suspect that's a concept and way of saying, hayaku? Or, no, or hayade, probably hayadete. Is that a word? And then ike, so in other words, saying to go, essentially. I'd say this is probably supposed to be the word. Hayad. Let's see. Oh, hayao. Okay. Is that a word, hayao? Early? I thought it was hayai. Right away. Hayai. Yeah, hayai. Fast, quick. Hayao. Hayo. Okay, early, quick. Hayameru, to bring forward. Okay, hayasa, speed, velocity. Hayao, hayao. Explain the grammar of. Let's see, hayao dete ike is a compound meaning hurry up and get out or get out now. It combines the adverbial form of really fast, the te form, instruction, and the imperative ending. Let's see. Hayo is okay. The adverbial form of the I adjective hayai, which means early, fast, or quick. Standard form Hayaku. Dialogue casual form Hayao. Okay, used primarily in Kansai dialect, casual speech to mean quickly or hurry. See, it modifies the following verb, instructing someone to perform the action with speed. So, is Hayao let's see, the Kansai Ben form of Hayai. Yes, Hayao is indeed the concept dialect or concept and form the standard Japanese Hayaku. This is from Hayaku. So Hayao is from Hayaku, okay. The transformation follows a common concept and sound change where the standard adverbial ku becomes u. For example, Hayaku becomes Hayao, which became Hayo. This form is widely used in Kansai region, Osaka, Kyoto, Kobe, etc., in other parts of western Japan to convey urgency or speed. Okay, so I should treat this word like Hayaku. Okay. Noun adverb. Okay, so it's by itself adverb. Separate word, Hayaku. Kansai Ben. Okay, that's the correct kanji I should be looking for. Kansai Ben. Okay. Connection barrier gateway, west. Valve, pedal, braid, speech, dialect. Okay. So, Hayao dete ike. Or in other words, hurry up and get out. Oh, get out quickly. Exit quickly.
何もんやそこで何しとるはよう出て行け
誰だ結構根性あるな逃げへんで
はよう出て行け
誰だ誰だ who is that?
そこで何しとる。はよう出て行け。
誰だ。そこにいるんだろ。
そこにいるんだろう。So, where are you located, or more existingly, over there existing, and then the slightly questioned suggestive tense of daro. So, そこにいるんだろ
う。はよう出て行け。
誰だ。そこにいるんだろ。結構根性あるな。逃げへんで。誰だ。そこにいるんだろ。結構根性あるな。逃げへんで。
So, 逃げへん or not running away. Let's see. Keko, splendid, nice, wonderful, delight, lovely, excellent, fine. Keko, konjo, willpower, guts, determination, grit, spirit. So, wonderful spirit or grit. Kako, konjo. And then aru, in this case, to have, exist, have. So, he has a wonderful grit or spirit. Let's see. Aruna. Oh, I think this na might be just the connected form of da, and then nigehende. In other words, he has wonderful grit. He's not running away. Explain the grammar of na sentence ending particle used to express emotion realization. Oh, is this two sentences? Let's hear how Kiroberusu says it.
はよう出て行け。
誰だ。そこにいるんだろ。結構根性あるな。逃げへんで。ね、今の声。
Na is not the connective dot to put two clauses together. No, not at the end of the sentence is not the connective dot. Dot is the plain form of the copula used to innocence. Okay, not at the end of a sentence. Any particle that expresses the speaker's emotion, realization. Okay, it's just saying it's two different sentences. Okay, so.
誰だ。そこにいるんだろ。
So, 結構、根性あるな、逃げへんね。So, 結構 splendid, nice, sufficient. Okay, so 結構根性 just made tied bond join. Okay, posture. This is made from root radical nat and then nature's x gender. Okay, so someone's nature combined with, so root nature is like willpower grit, okay. So 結構根性あるな、逃げへんで。He get it 2 ways. So, uh, he has amazing grit. He's not running away.
はよ出ていけ。
誰だ。そこにいるんだろ。結構根性あるな、逃げへんで。ね、今の声、子供。根性あるな、逃げへんで。ね、今の。
ねえ、今の声。
子供。
So, the voice right now, what's that supposed to mean? Ne, that voice just now, Imano Koi. Oh, okay, I know what she's saying. She's saying that, she's recognizing the voice. Ne, Imano Koi. Or hey, that voice just now.
根性あるな、逃げへんで。ね、今の声、子供みたいですわね。
Kodomo mitai desu wa ne. Mitai is basically a type of observation since they're not actually looking at him and they only saw him from a very far distance. They can't make the assumption of what he actually is, so they're just saying they're saying the voice is childlike, essentially. Kodomo mitai desu wa ne. So mitai is like appears to be, essentially. And I think this is a good time to go over difference between so and mitai. What is the difference between so and mitai in Japanese? So is based on direct sensory observation, which you can see, hear, feel, and attaches to the verbs. Okay, cannot follow now. Mitai is based on reliable evidence such as hearsay or logical inference or general resemblance. What does it mean if mitai is being used when there is used from an observation instead of so? Using mitai for an observation instead of so shifts the nuance from prediction based on immediate sensory cues to conclusion based on visible or resemblance. Let's see. Instead of so shifts the nuance from a prediction based on immediate sensory cues to a conclusion based on visible evidence or resemblance. So means it looks like it's going to rain because you see dark clouds and few humidity in the air. You're predicting a future event based on current appearance. Mitai means it seems like it rained because you see puddles. Oh, okay. See, puddles and wet ground. You're inferring a past event from evidence you observe. In essence, when mitai is used for an observation, it means the speaker is not making a direct sensory prediction like so, but instead drawing a conclusion based on the current state or visible signs, often implying something has already happened or is being compared to a known state. Okay, so mitai tends to be used for like observations if it's more of a past thing that you're gathering evidence to, and I guess, but then, let's see, what about using, what about deciding the age of a person based on how their voice sounds? Is that mitai or so? Deciding a person's age based on their voice uses mitai. This is because you're making an inference based on auditory evidence, how the voice sounds, not a prediction about an immediate future event based on a visual cue, which is what so is used for. Mitai is appropriate for conclusions drawn from sensory observations beyond just sight, including sound or making comparisons like sounds like a child, okay? So would be used for something like kodomo soda, though grammatically incorrect as so can't follow now, okay? Implying a direct or almost visual prediction of youthfulness. Mitai, kodomo mitai da, okay? Seems like a child, which correctly conveys the idea that the voice provides evidence leading to that conclusion. See, doesn't so provide evidence leading to a conclusion as well? Yes, so does provide evidence leading to a conclusion, but the type of evidence is specific. The key difference is that so is based on direct sensory appearance, especially visual, to make a prediction about immediate future or current state, while mitai is based on observed evidence or resemblance to make a judgment about the current or past state. Okay, so because he's not going to be a child in the future, so that's why she's using mitai. Well, he will be in the immediate future, more immediate future, but I'm saying he's already a child now, basically, so mitai would be more appropriate. So kodomo mitai desu wa ne? Mhm.
根性あるな、逃げへんで。ね、今の声子供みたいですわね。しゃあない、やるで。
しゃあないやるで。It can't be helped. Oh, that's right. This is the kansai bin version of, I believe, what was it? Shikata ga nai, shanai. Explain the grammar of shin. Okay, this is a colloquial. Oh no, it's a. Okay, it's shogunai. Let's see. So, what was shikata? Shikata ganai. Okay, that I was thinking. There's no way. There's no other way. Okay. So the shikata has to deal with way method, and shogunai. Shogunai. Wait, it's the same thing. Shikata. Shikata ganai. Shogunai. Oh, the second kanji is different. There's no other way. Manner, situation, applied suffix. Okay. And that's direction. So, no other way, cannot be helped, unavoidable. Shogunai. Cannot be helped, unavoidable. Okay, so what's the difference? Way method. Shikata. Way method means resource. Way method means. What is the difference between shogunai and kata ganai? There isn't a significant difference in meaning, but shikatanai is a slightly more formal expression than shogunai. Nihongo benkyou shite. See, all expressions have a feeling of having to accept the situation. You have to give up the best way and choose a lesser one. Shikata means way. Shikata ganai means there's no choice. Shogunai is a colloquial conversion. Shogunai, okay. Means a way. So it's the same as above. Shikata ganai. You are at a dead end and have to turn back or sacrifice something, so Betsu no ho ganai means there's no other way. You have to say any one of these expressions. You can't find any other better way, okay? Shogunai is casual or immature version of shikata ganai. Betsu no Hoho Ganai literally means there's no other options other than that. And it's only used when talking about decision making. It is not a fixed expression. Okay. Shikata Ganai and Shogunai are also used about decision making, but are also used to express a forgiven feeling such as, okay. All means way or method, recourse, path, okay. Okay, so the only significant difference I can find is that Shogunai is more casual. As for Shanai, it's a contraction of Shogunai, and it's a concept in contraction, so Shanai yaru, so Shanai yaru, let's do it. Let's So fine, I'll do it. In other words, there's no other way I'll do it, okay? Shanai yaru de.
根性あるな、逃げへんで。ね、今の声、子供みたいですわね。しゃあない、やるで。はい、出てこい。声、子供みたいですわね。しゃあない、やるで。はい、出てこい。
Dete koi. So, hi, yes, and then dete koi, leave. But what's this koi thing? Or exit? I don't think that's the correct koi. Dete koi. Yes, okay. Dete koi. Come out. Does that have to do with kudu? Let's see. Explain the grammar of koi. Oh, koi is imperative of imperative casual of kudu. That's probably why I haven't really seen it, since there's not many examples of using the imperative casual. So outcome, in other words, come out. Hi, dete koi.
ね、今の声、子供みたいですわね。しゃあない、やるで。はい、出てこい。ええか、よう聞け。
Eka yokike. Let's see. Kiku would be to hear or to listen. Or no, to hear to ask. That's right. To hear to ask. Kike would be imperative asking. So yo's probably the concept in of yoi. So 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 eka, is this good? let's see. You asked. Hear me where? Oh, yeah, this Yoi well or often, so let's see, it was to hear or to ask, so yeah. So to hear and to hear well, okay, so Yokike, okay. Eka, what does Eka mean listen up? Let's see, to ask, to listen, to hear, okay. This is a colloquial contraction of the emphatic soda, let's see, of sodaka, or ika, meaning do you understand? What, I thought sodaka was, is that so? But I can understand ika, I was like, is that good? Is that well? Oh, so do you understand or listen carefully? Got that? Okay. Yo kike. This is imperative command meaning to listen carefully, pay attention. Yo. Here it functions as adverbial modifier meaning well, carefully, or properly. Kike, the imperative form of the verb kiku, means to hear, to listen. The imperative form is direct, strong, and often used by superiors in combat when dramatic speech to command immediate obedience. The phrase lacks a standard particle like wo or ga to connect here. Okay. Wait. So, sodaka or ika, meaning do you understand or listen carefully? Or got that? Explain how sodaka and ika can mean okay, yeah, I can understand ika meaning do you understand? Can mean listen carefully. I mean, yes. Sodaka and ika. Ika literally is it okay? This phrase is used idiomatically as a rough, authoritative way to command attention, equivalent to listen up or guard that. It's a common dramatic device in fiction to precede an important information. Sodaka is a dialectal colloquial contraction primarily from the Kansai region. So desu ka? Is that so? While it literally means is that right? Or really, its function is to seek confirmation, not command attention. It is not synonymous with listen carefully. Yeah, you said it was. How does Sodaka mean this? Do you understand or listen carefully? Okay, so the AI was just wrong. You have to be careful of any result you get from AI. Very high error rate. So this is more like Ika, which makes sense. So how does Ika mean? How does Ika mean listen carefully? It does not literally mean listen carefully. Instead, it functions as a direct, often authoritative way to grab someone's attention before delivering important information. Here's the components. It combines E, good, with a question. Protocol ka. Literally, it could be interpreted as is it okay or alright. Context meaning. In practice, especially in dramatic, instructional, or urgent context, ika is used as a rhetorical question. The speaker isn't generally asking for permission, they're demanding the listener's attention. It's a prelude to an important statement, warning, or command. Nuance and tone. It carries a strong, sometimes rough or masculine tone. It implies, are you ready to listen? Is this clear? And is almost always followed by imperative or crucial information like yo kike. So in other words, is it good? Basically, rhetorically asking, are you ready to listen now? Or in other words, saying, listen up, essentially. So eka yo kike, or listen up, uh, listen up, and then listen well.
しゃあないやるで。はい、
出てこい。ええか、よう聞け。わいはここの守り神や。すぐに立ち去れ。
Why wa koko ni mamori?
やるで。はい、
出てこい。ええか、よう聞け。わいはここの守り神や。すぐに立ち去れ。
Mamori. Let's see. Gami, which is probably from Kami, guardian deity. Oh yeah, there's Kami as in God. So, Mamori Gami, because you can add the Dakuten when you combine those kanji together. Mamori Gaki is guardian deity. Any questions so far? Okay. So no questions so far, then we'll continue. So why wa koko no mamori gami ya? So I am the guardian deity, and then sugu ni tachi sare. What is sare? To leave, to go away. So saru. To stand up and go away. Tachi sare. Let's try changing it to ru and see if the dictionary can find it. Here you go, tachi saru. To leave, to depart, to take one's leave. So basically stand up and go away. Tachi sare. To leave, so see, and they said saru was to leave, to go away. Okay, so sugu ni tachi sare, or leave immediately. Wai wa koko no mamori gomi ya sugu ni tachi sare. Or I'm the guardian deity, leave immediately.
ええか、よう聞け。わいはここの守り神や、すぐに立ち去れ。
何が守り神だ。
何が守り神だ。Okay, 何が守り神だ. So, what guardian deity? I guess he wants the name.
わいはここの守り神や、すぐに立ち去れ。
何が守り神だ。お前が絵にいたずらしてるんだろ。お前が絵にいたずら。
お前が絵にいたずらしてるんだろう。いたずらしいたずら mischief, prank, trick, practical joke. いたずら. So this is from Warui Bad and vanity, futility, uselessness, emptiness. Oh no, that's not the kanji. That's from Warui, and Frolic plays sport. So playing badly is, in other words, causing mischief. So let's see, いたずらしてるんだろう. So, are you the one causing mischief to the paintings? So, お前が絵にいたずらしてるんだろう.
かよう聞け。わいはここの守り神や。すぐに立ち去れ。何が守り神だ。お前が絵にいたずらしてるんだろ。
こっちに来るみたい。
こっちに来るみたい. It seems like he's coming over here. こっちに来るみたい.
何が守り神だ。お前が絵にいたずらしてるんだろ。
こっちに来るみたい。計算外ですわね。
計算。
何が守り神だ。お前が絵にいたずらしてるんだろ。
こっちに来るみたい。計算外ですわ。
計算外ですわね。計算外. Oh, 計算外 because of the Doku 10. 計算外. Not factored in, not included, calculations. So plot, plan, scheme, and then calculate, and then outside. So this is outside of the plot or calculations, essentially. In other words, not factored in. And this by itself probably makes a word. Keisan, calculation, computation, reckoning. Okay, so keisan gai desu wa ne. So I didn't calculate this, or didn't predict this, or didn't plan for this. Keisan gai desu wa ne. Keisan gai desu wa ne.
何が守り神だ。お前が絵にいたずらしてるんだろ。
こっちに来るみたい。計算外ですわね。
そこ動くな。
そこを動くな。Move that place? Don't move from there. Get rid of the na. That. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I think it's translated wrong. Let's see. It's Soko Ugoku. That spot's moving. That over there is moving. And then the na is just because he's thinking about it, so. Soko o Ugoku na.
こっちに来るみたい。計算外ですわね。
そこ動くな。ガオー
Gao, or basically Aurora, essentially. Gao.
やっぱり子供ですわ。
やっぱり子供ですわ. As I expected, it's a kid.
この子。
この子 or this kid.
お知り合いですの？今日ここで。
Let's see. お知り合いですの? Let's see. So shiru to know, and then ao to meet. And I guess I just put it in noun form. Shiri ao to shiri ai. Did you know meet? Or in other words, have you met this kid? And then kyo koko de. So yes, today I met him here. Shiriari acquaintance. Oh, that's right. To meet, no. Yeah. So, what would that be as a verb? Yeah, the noun form would be acquaintance. That's right. Shiri ai. Shiriau. To get to know each other. So meet and then to know, in other words, getting to know each other. Okay, so when you meet someone and know them, you're getting to know them. Okay, so and then shidiai is the noun of that. So when you've met and gotten to know is basically an acquaintance. Shidiai. Let's see. Oshidiai desu no. Yeah, okay, so do you know him? Yeah, today. Yeah, today here. Yeah, okay. So, お知り合いですの。今日ここで。
やっぱり子供ですわ。あ、この子お知り合いですの？今日ここで。はよ助けてくれ。あ、この子お知り合いですの？今日ここで。はよ助けてくれ。ですの？今日ここで。はよ。
See, are you.
助けてくれ。
Oh, 助けてくれ. So in other words, quickly help, quickly save me. And he's using kure because that's the command form of kudu. In other words, he wants the help to come towards his direction. So, hayo tasukete kure. To save, to rescue. Okay. And then kure. Let's see. I wonder if is this a word? Taskeru. Taskeru. So why is it just yo? Hayo. Hayoi? Hayo, that's right. Hayo, or let's see, early, quick, soon. Let's see. Explain the grammar of Hayo is a dialectal or colloquial shortening of Haiku, meaning quickly hurry. It is commonly used in Kansai dialect, but is understood nationwide in casual speech. It is Hayo Hayo, short for Hayo. Hayo is not short for Hayo. Instead, Hayo is a further contraction or direct shortening of Hayo. That's what I just said. The original form, adverb Hayaku, meaning quickly or early. Hayaku undergoes a shift, becomes Hayo. Hayo gets shortened in casual dialect speech, especially in Kansai dialect, becomes Hayo. Therefore, Hayo is the shortened form of Hayo. Okay, so it's just Hayo or Hayo, which is basically Hayaku. So Hayo, tasukete kure.
ですの今日ここで
はよ助けてくれ。
気づいたようですわ。
気づいたようですわ。気づいた。Kizuku, to notice, to realize, to become aware of, to perceive, to regain consciousness. Kizuku. So this is past tense, because he's moving his eyes now, so he just regained consciousness, I guess. So, and then yo, appearing or looking like. How does yo, so, and mitai compare? The yo and mitai are functionally similar expressions used to describe appearance or making inferences based on direct observation, but yo is formal and common in writing, while mitai is casual and used in speech. Both reflect speakers' impressions from the five sentences, with yo implying slightly higher degree of certainty or logical reasoning compared to more subjective mitai. So differs by being strictly tied to direct sensory evidence without complex reasoning. Okay, so mitai. So it's just sensory essentially, without complex reasoning. But mitai and yo can use both complex reasoning and sensory, though they said mitai tends to be used for more past things and so tends to be used for more than future things. They could both mean present, though. So when indicating appearance, it attaches to a verb, okay, or adjective stem means to look like, or often implying event is imminent. Unlike yo and mitai, so cannot be used to infer one's own internal state. You cannot say atsuso to mean I seem to have a fever. It is reserved for observations, external conditions, or secondhand hearsay when attached. Okay, it is observed for observable external conditions or secondhand hearsay when attached to dictionary form. Yeah, because you know your own internal state, so you can't say you haven't enough. Because so has that implication when it's attached to a word directly of you can't know the state of something, you're just doing it off of appearances. But you know your own internal states, that's why you can't say so about yourself. But yo and mitai has complex reasoning with it, and therefore you can make yo and mitais about yourself, because you can look at your internal state and then using some logic you can come up with something. So it appears to be more about direct observation and less reasoning behind it. Though they also said so can be used for hearsay. Also, yo is more formal than mitai. It has implication of more evidence with yo versus mitai. Or a much stronger opinion. So, kizuita yo desu. So he has appeared to have regained consciousness. Kizuita yo desu wa. From kizuku.
気づいたようですわ。大丈夫？
That itete is basically from itai, in other words, ouch. That's another way of saying ouch, basically ite. Daijobu, are you alright?
気づいたようですわ。大丈夫？慌てないで。これはただのぬいぐるみで。これはただのぬいぐるみよ。大丈夫？慌てないで。
Ahatenai-de. Oh, awatenai-de. Awatenai-de. Awateru, to become confused. To be flustered, to panic. Disconcerted, okay, to hurry, to rush, to hasten. Awateru, intransitive. Awatenai-de, don't panic. Tada no nuigurumi yo. So notice they're using tada no nuigurumi, not tada nuigurumi. So tada no means it's a descriptor just for the nuigurumi or a stuffed animal. But if it was just tada there without the no, it's implying the just is for the entire sentence. Which this is not. The tada is supposed to be for just the nuigurumi. let's see, ordinary, common, usual. It's an ordinary stuffed animal, unaffected as is, safe, okay. Only merely, just simply, okay. これはただのぬいぐるみよ。
大丈夫？慌てないで。これはただのぬいぐるみよ。だってさっき。これはただのぬいぐるみよ。だってさっき。
だってさっき. So in other words, that said earlier. だってさっき. Or as you could also say it in English, but earlier. A short while ago. Okay. だってさっき.
慌てないで。これはただのぬいぐるみよ。だってさっきあれは話術なのよ。
あれは
で、これはただのぬいぐるみよ。だってさっきあれは話術なの。
What'sあれは服は術服は術 ventriloquism throwing one's voice. So abdomen. Oh, is this? Oh, let's see. What was that? Nodo ga kawaii has dry throat. In other words, you're thirsty. Unaka ga suite was empty stomach. Unaka. So this is not. It's not naka or unaka. Fuku. Okay. Oh, that is the same kanji though. Well, if you ever wondered why the moon kanji is used in a lot of body part work, it's because a really compressed moon kanji looks very much like and a very compressed niku kanji look almost the same, and it sort of became standard to stop trying to draw a compressed niku and just draw a compressed moon kanji instead. Niku meaning meat. Oh, it's the same kanji. Okay. Onaka, belly, abdomen, stomach. Hara, abdomen, belly, stomach. One's mind, one's will, we're in intention. Okay. Okay, so stomach, then tail talk. So yeah, from Hanashi. And then art technique. Okay, so in other words, stomach talk technique is ventriloquism. Fukuwa jutsu. So, あれはfukuwa jutsu nano. In other words, that was ventriloquism. Oh, and the reason they're using are is because they're talking about a moment in the past. It's not near either of them, so they're using are. not near them, like time-wise, essentially. Because they're in the present, they're not in the past. So, あれは fuku wa jutsu なの。あれは fuku wa jutsu なの。
これはただのぬいぐるみよ。だってさっきあれは腹話術なのよ。これはただのぬいぐるみよ。だってさっきあれは腹話術なのよ。泥棒かと思うて堪忍な。ってさっきあれは腹話術なのよ。
泥棒がと思って
と思うて堪忍な。
泥棒か some kind of burglar. Well, so wait, omote thought, and then kanin patience, forbearance, endurance. Kanin, oh kanina, okay, yeah, kanin. Forgiveness, pardon. Oh, so kanin, I think pardon or forgiveness. So in other words, dorabo ka. So are you a burglar? I thought. Please give it forgiveness, essentially, or forgive us. Konnichiwa, genki desu ka? Konnichiwa, Shaya-san. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Dorobo, okay. I thought you were a thief. So please forgive me for thinking you were a thief if I get rid of the ka, if I add it back in. Let's see. Explain the grammar of Dorobo ka to omote kanina. Kato omote, okay. Kato omo or kate omoto. I think this is just kansai ben. The reason why it's written as omote is this kansai ben. Yes, the sentence omote. Okay, dorobo ka to omote kanina is kansai ben. It translates roughly to I was thinking you were a thief. So have mercy or stop it, or well, I think forgiveness is probably a better translation. So forgive us. Question particle used here to introduce a quote, thought, or perception. Thinking it was a thief. thinking if it was a thief, or thinking that it was a thief. To, quotative particle indicating the content of the thought. Omote, this is the concept conjugation of meaning, okay, two things. So in standard Japanese, so omote is concept and omote is standard Japanese. Concept in the U ending of go-down verbs often changes to te or retains the U sound in a specific conjugation pattern known as te form equivalent. Using te de, specifically omo becomes omote or omotes. Thinking that, okay, thinking if it was a thief or thinking that it was a thief. See. Wouldn't this but without the ka mean the same thing? Mean the same thing? Okay. It uses the ka to mark an embedded question of uncertainty, translating to please excuse me for thinking it might be a thief. Or thought is this a thief? The structure something ka to amo is used when the speaker is uncertain about the truth the following clause and is expressing doubt or a question they entertained. Dorobo to omote te kanin now would not mean the same thing. It translates to I think it is a thief. Please excuse me. Okay, so I see. So it's more like saying I'm thinking. Wait, I think it is a thief versus I thought, is this a thief? Or thinking it might be a thief. Yeah, but that means the same thing. I almost thought you were a thief, so. See, I almost thought you were a thief, so I'll forgive you. Or for a moment, I thought you might be a thief, so I'll let it go. Wait, so he's not asking for forgiveness? He's. Are they giving forgiveness or asking for forgiveness for thinking they were a thief? I see. See, I was just thinking it might be a thief, so please spare me. Kanina. Oh, basically for that surprise they did. So we thought you were a thief, so forgive us. Okay. Okay, little translation of Dorobo ka to omote uh kanina. Yeah, kanina. Just thinking, it's a thief. Have mercy. I was just assuming it might be a thief, so please don't punish me or spare me. Versus Doro Boto Omote Kanina. Thinking you are a thief, have mercy. Grammatically awkward. Implies the act of thinking is the reason for mercy, but lacks the just or simply nuance that makes the plea logical. Grammatically awkward implies the act of thinking imply okay, implies the act of thinking is the reason for mercy, but lacks the just or simply nuance that makes the plea logical. Or the other one was, I was just assuming it might be a thief, so please don't punish me or spare me. So this without the ka, they're saying the spare me is from the fact that you were thinking at all. With the ka is more about thinking that you're a thief. I was just assuming it might be a thief. Okay. So you're saying forgive me for thinking is that, while the other one is just forgive me for thinking thief, or forgive me for thinking. Dorabo ka to omote kanina, or forgive us for thinking that you're a thief, or forgive us for wondering if you're a thief. That's probably a better way of saying it. Forgive us for wondering if you're a thief.
あれは腹話術なのよ。泥棒かと思うて堪忍な。
変な顔。
泥棒かと思うて。
質問がありますか? Are there any questions? Okay, well, if there's no questions, we're going to raid someone, so please stick around for that. But if you think of any questions, feel free to ask them. Okay, so we're literally just stop the stream right as I'm about to raid them. Okay, so let's find someone else. Okay, Johnny Mind is learning Japanese. We're teaching Japanese with Pokemon, so we're gonna raid him. Let's see. The second raid is going to go to. Oh, he's playing Pokemon Fire Red. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So, Dr. Disrespect is playing Forza Horizon 6. So, welcome to Japan. So, we're gonna raid him. And the last raid is gonna go to. Okay, so Space Tomato Gaming is playing Star Citizen, so we're gonna raid him. 皆さん、お気をつけて、また明日。Goodbye, everyone. See you tomorrow. Oh, it does not allow rating. Hold on, let me take care of that. Should have checked that first. Okay, so we're gonna raid Hugo Lizor, who's playing Star Citizen. Let's hope he's not blocking raids. Also does not allow rating. That's... Why do people turn off rating for some reason? Okay, so, 皆さん、お気をつけてまた明日. Bye, everyone. See you tomorrow.